right, the Westin Cozumel, the best all-inclusive hotel I've ever been to. And for those of you that know this property, you might be saying, James, how is that possible? It only has 2 restaurants, the beach is tiny, the pool is small, and there is 0 nightlife. And to that I'd say, precisely. This is the Westin Cozumel.
I've been so many places, y'all never would go. And all I'll be saying, I've seen it before. It's all for the taking, I'm getting my dough. Don't take this the wrong way, just stop your
When in Rome, you should do as the Romans.
All right, good morning, kinda. It's about noon, and we are diving right into the video. If I know myself, I already probably dropped a full room tour of this penthouse suite here at Westin Cozumel. So if you're looking for all the details, make sure you check out that video. The room is incredible. Living room, kind of like a kitchenette here with a mini bar, fully stocked products. Bedroom is beautiful, floor-to-ceiling windows. The views are incredible. Bathroom is possibly the largest room in this place. Nice walk-in shower, rain head, gigantic tub. Make sure you check out my full-blown room tour. But as of now, like I said, we are getting into the video. The weather in Cozumel has been terrible this entire week. It's finally turning around. We are not going to let this day go to waste, especially at this property. So I'm headed down to the pool right now, and then we're going to head to probably the beach. There's also a rooftop pool. We got a couple of restaurants to see. The lobby bar is awesome. In fact, that's actually where we might begin. All right, finally, we are outside. It took like an hour to get out here because of cloud cover, and then I got distracted at the lobby bar. 2 giant cappuccinos and one of those rainbow drinks. I am feeling good and flying high. This buzz might not even be legal, and I'm serious. Okay, we got a pool to the left, we got a beach to the right, we got some other stuff out here. I'm just gonna go straight. Let's dig into this place. So you're probably expecting me to eviscerate this beach, to give this beach a verbal lashing so bad it has PTSD for eternity, but I actually like it. This beach has personality. It's very different, it's very unique from your standard prototypical Cancun Playa Tulum beach. First of all, I like the cliffs, I like the rock formations. It gives off like a cove type feel. It feels very tropical and Caribbean, much more so than your standard issue beach. There isn't much of an entrance into the water, but there's a nice sandy area for lounging. The wave action is super gentle, and this water, by the way, is stunningly clear, shockingly clear. It might be the best water I've seen ever in this area. It's not the biggest beach, not by a long shot. Even for a Cozumel beach, it's small, but finding a spot is no problem. It doesn't feel cramped. And if you do want some privacy, you just come out on this dock. I love this. This is my favorite feature of the entire beach. It's great to get some steps in, come out here and enjoy this beauty all by yourself. And it's great for people watching as well. Okay, just getting ready for the evening. I'm putting this double-sided chaise, sofa, whatever this is. I'm putting it to good use. I like it. This is a great setup for couples because if your significant other is still in bed, as usually one of the two is, you can face that way. And then if you just want to take in these gorgeous, sensational views of Cozumel, you can just come to this side of the apparatus. It's actually a brilliant setup. It's the first I've ever seen like this, and it's pretty awesome. The weather turned out to be spectacular today. I'm glad I waited it out. I was on my last nerve because it was the 6th day of consecutive bad weather in a row. But it finally turned the corner, and the day was marvelous in the afternoon. I finished it up at the pool. These Cozumel pools are small in general. But this one was nice. It was surprisingly quiet for it being a very family-friendly property. Getting a drink was super simple. The staff was extremely attentive. Now there is a rooftop pool, but I want to save something for tomorrow. So I think that's what we'll do tomorrow afternoon. I'm looking forward to checking that out. As of right now, it's time for dinner. I definitely have thoughts on the food here at Westin Cozumel, but I'll save them for later. I want to get this meal in the books. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. There's an Italian restaurant, there's a steakhouse. I'm going to do both of them. The only question is, which one am I doing tonight? All right, buen dia. We are not playing around today. It's a double Pepsi, double cerveza type of morning. I'm pretty excited because the weather has been dreadful, depressing this entire time, and I actually woke up to a somewhat semi-cloudy day. I'm gonna take full advantage of it. I'm gonna head upstairs to the sky deck rooftop pool, and then we'll catch up on everything later this afternoon. Everybody at the Westin, I believe, has access to the roof deck pool, but I don't think everybody knows that. I'm not sure if anybody knows that because there was nobody up there. It was quiet. Literally, it was almost like a monastery. Now, I love that because I do this all the time. You know, these places are typically bustling and busy. Any chance I get for a slice of solitude or serenity or just some good old peace and quiet, I'm all about it. And it was a nice contrast from the main pool downstairs. It was a different experience. There's no better place to get vitamin D than a rooftop pool, and there's no better place to take in the beautiful views of Cozumel than the Westin roof deck pool. The views up there are borderline life-changing. They are stunning. There's a little bar up there as well. It's a nice watering hole throughout the day, and there's even a full menu up there. I ordered 3 items. I'm definitely taking full advantage of the all-inclusive program here. I finished all of them. They were delicious, and by the end of the day, I was full, red, and exhausted. I came up here and I took a nap, and now it's evening time, and I'm ready to get on with my last night here at Westin Cozumel. I had one of the most magical, beautiful evenings and dinners last night ever while traveling. On my channel, off my channel, it was almost indescribable. I'm actually headed back to the same restaurant where I ate last night. They have a buffet in the morning. I'm headed back there to hopefully capture more of that experience, and I'll fill you in on everything after I get done with it. Just real quick, I finished up at the gym. The one thing I really like about it is that it's open 24/7. So you can work out at any time you want. For a guy like me who's had a jacked up sleep schedule for about 15 years, that's a huge bonus. So I'm off to the breakfast buffet, and I'll fill you in on everything when I'm done. Are you a sunset or sunrise person? I am not. I think you either are one or you're not. For me, if I'm catching a sunset, it's just by happenstance. I'm probably running late for dinner and I'm just happening to notice it. Or if I'm catching a sunrise, it's probably because I made some interesting or questionable decisions the night before. And I'm probably in more of a state of inner turmoil than I am of appreciation. But I might be a sunset person now because the one from last night was life-changing. And it didn't have any crazy colors and it wasn't super big, but it really just made me stop, stare, and in a paralyzed state of appreciation, I just took in the beauty for about 30 minutes. I could not stop taking videos. I just kept on taking them over and over and over again. The way that golden color just amplified everything from the beach to the water, even to the Westin building itself. It was a profound experience. And then I walked into dinner and I ate outside, so I was able to have some continuation of that sunset. Waves were nicely crashing against the rocks. I was at the restaurant right away when they opened, so I had the entire place to myself. It was calm and tranquil. The service was outstanding. The menu was so impressive. Almost too many choices. Just overall, the experience was pretty much unforgettable. After a couple post-dinner cappuccinos, I went to the lobby bar and I was surprised to see people in there. The last couple nights it was completely barren, but last night there was a little bit of action there, and that's probably the most action you're going to see. It's the most action that I saw, but it was nice to finally see some people downstairs in the evening. This morning I woke up and I went to the gym. The gym is open 24/7. If you're someone that is an extreme early riser, or maybe someone that likes late nights, or maybe you just like to work out at random times, the 24-hour gym access, for me, it's a game changer. And then after that, I went back to where I ate dinner last night. That's where the buffet is for breakfast in the morning. It reminded me a lot of a Bureau Star selection. It's not gonna wow you with its size or really its overall variety of choices, but the quality of the food, which is really the most important thing, is pretty much unparalleled. So I was able to catch a sunset at the restaurant last night and then a sunrise at the same place this morning. The food here is absolutely outstanding. Now, it wasn't perfect, but unless you're going to a Michelin star restaurant, the food really isn't ever perfect. I really didn't care for the lasagna at the Italian place my first night, and last night my ribeye entree was a little disappointing. But before I get to that and before I tell you why this is probably the best all-inclusive hotel I've ever encountered, I do want to maybe go over a few more drawbacks. So firstly, the rooms are a little noisy. The walls are extremely thin. Whether it's your neighbors or housekeepers, either outside or basically anywhere on the floor, you are going to hear a lot of ambient noise. And there isn't a lot of privacy in the rooms either. I can definitely see people on their balcony, and if they're out of their balcony, they can definitely see into my room. So that is a little bit concerning. Also, the nightlife is non-existent. The dining options are limited. I think there's only 2 here, at least if you do the all-inclusive package. The pool is tiny, the beach is minuscule. This property just overall is extremely small. So with that being said, you might be saying, James, how is this the best all-inclusive hotel ever? Well, because it is an all-inclusive hotel. It's not a resort. Now, I might be a little bit clever with my wordplay, but it's accurate. That's why there are 2 different words, a resort and then a hotel. A resort is something that's going to be grander. You're going to have larger options, more options, greater amenities, and then a hotel is going to be a bit more condensed and a bit more streamlined. But this isn't a standard issue all-inclusive. That's actually why it's so phenomenal. If you know about the Westin brand, before Marriott bought them, it was really the counterpart or the competitor to like the JW Marriott. This is basically like a JW Marriott all-inclusive. I'm not even sure if the majority of people do the all-inclusive option here. Again, you can upgrade to it, and I highly recommend that you do, because for me, it was like an extra 100, 125 a day. But with that, you get access to the premium dining and the premium drinks. The bartenders, the wait staff, the front desk people, all the service personnel, everyone is treated equally. This isn't a watered down all-inclusive. Often I talk about, for an all-inclusive, the food is good. For an all-inclusive, the drinks were above average. I always have to put out that disclaimer because even the best all-inclusives to me feel a little watered down. But the Westin here in Cozumel is a legitimate hotel. You're gonna get first-class service, you're gonna get first-class dining, you're gonna get first-class drinks. And because you're getting the same dishes, the same drinks, the same service, the same experience as people who are paying out of their pocket, the all-inclusive program here feels like a complete bargain. Again, this Westin in Cozumel is an all-inclusive that feels nothing like an all-inclusive, and I can't tell you how phenomenal that makes me feel. It's a reason to come to Cozumel. It's a reason to come back to Cozumel if you're in Cancun, Playa, Tulum, and you're looking for a reason to come to this island, or if you're looking for a place to stay, this is it. It's an excellent property. I'm giving it a 5. It's one of the best surprises I've had in the last 12 to 24 months. I can't wait to check out more Westins. I wish there were more Westin all-inclusives. This is absolutely the best all-inclusive hotel I've ever been to.